The Galaxy Note 2. It's been a while since it's been out. In fact, it's been almost a year. But still people love this phone. There's been many phablets out in the market right now. But what makes this phone so special? Well, here's 5 reasons why you should buy the Galaxy Note 2. So, it's been over a year since this phone has been out. And there's still a lot of talk about this phone. Many phone reviewers still love this phone and it's still their daily drivers. Same as it is here. I use this phone for everything that I do. I just love the phone. And this is the top 5 reasons why you should get it. Now I know it's been over a year and there are many phablets out in the market right now. But still this phone stands out. It's just something that Samsung pulled out, and the hardware just works so smoothly that it handles apps and everything just perfectly. So the first reason I'm gonna go with is 4G LTE. Now this phone has 4G LTE and it works super fast. So if you're in a place where you get 4G LTE, then this is the phone you should get, because there are many people who like the Nexus 4 because but didn't buy it because it didn't have 4G LTE. Now here you can have it, and if you don't like TouchWiz, you can always root it like I did and get the Cyanogen mod, which is the closest to pure Android. So next up is, you knew this was coming, it's the S Pen. Now this is what most people actually bought it for. The S Pen is mainly for business people and for artistic people. It has a lot of functionality, like when you pressing on the screen, it will know the depth. The harder you press, the thicker the outlines will come on when you're making memos. You can even, there's a button that you can press and it can open up or pop-up note. There's a lot of functionality. Unfortunately, I decided to sacrifice that to get Cyanogen mod. So if you want Cyanogen mod or any type of mod that's not TouchWiz, you're gonna lose the functionality of the S Pen. It will still work, but you won't have the extra features. Next up, it's the battery life. Now this thing packs a 3100 mega amp hour battery, so it has a really it lasts me a full day with heavy usage, a lot of game playing, and it works just perfectly. And this is the reason why most people buy it, because you get nice phones, but if the battery doesn't last, then there's no use in it. So if you're a guy who uses his phone a lot and you don't have access to a charger like 2 or 3 times a day, and you want to only charge it once a day, then this is really the phone for you. And which leads us to number 2. So number 2 is going to be our screen. Now everyone knew this was also coming. The screen is just beautiful. It might not be the greatest screen right now because of all the phones that are carrying 1080p resolution screens, but this 720p screen works just fine. And you might look at it and say this phone is really big at first, but trust me, once you get used to it, it's actually really comfortable. It's really good for YouTube watching, and it just makes everything so much more fun. And all your content is just bigger. You don't really have to zoom in. You can just get this big screen. You know, you don't have to ever zoom in. It's just perfect. So if you're a guy who likes big screens, well, obviously you need a few little big hands. I have like medium-sized hands, so I can use this phone easily. I can even type one-handed. But if you're struggling to type one-handed, then you can get an option where you make the keyboard smaller, so it will just take up 3/4 of the space, and then you can use it with one thumb. So Samsung has given you some options. So if you're a person who likes to type with one hand or use calculators with one hand, you have options to use it with one hand. And last but not least, it's the camera. Now this camera was really awesome, and I think it still is. Just okay, the Galaxy S4 does have a better camera, but this camera takes awesome shots, and they're just so sharp, and they're good with bad lighting as well, and they're not very noisy. You can see how clear the pictures are. And the thing about it is that it even has image stabilization, which not many phones have. So you can focus, you can even if you're moving, it can focus and make the image stable, so it takes a steady shot. So I've stated 5 different points. If you're a guy who likes 4G LTE, you like S Note or S Pen, and you like great battery life, you like the big screen, and a great camera if you like taking a lot of pictures, then this is the phone for you. So make sure you get it. I'd like to say this. I know that there are many nice phablets out there right now, like the LG Optimus G Pro and the Sony Xperia Z Ultra. But I think this is still the best phone. So make sure that you research well. I think this is the best phone because of the reasons I gave you. Not those phones don't have as good as battery life, and LG G Pro is good, but LG skin just sucks. So if it's your opinion, but make sure you give a thumbs up if this video was helpful for you, and please click subscribe because I'll be bringing you new videos every week. Thank you.